Peter came and said to Jesus, "Lord, if another member of the church sins against me, how often should I forgive? As many as 7 times?" Jesus said to him, "Not 7 times, but I tell you 77 times." Matthew's Gospel, chapter 18, verses 21 to 22. How do you measure love? Is it from the top of your head to the end of your toes? The height you can jump? Or all of the colours you can think of? Can you count it on your fingers or map it in the stars? Guess how much I love you. The story of little nut brown hare and big nut brown hare tries to express how much they love each other and continues to captivate both old and young alike. It is an enduring classic about the ways that sometimes the things that matter most are larger, wider, and deeper than we can fathom. Peter maybe wanted to impress Jesus. How often should I forgive? As many as 7 times? 7 is an easy number to remember. The 7 seas, the 7 colours of the rainbow, 7 days of the week, and in Matthew's Gospel, 7 loaves to feed a crowd with 7 baskets full of leftovers to gather at the end. Each of these 7s represent an amount that is easy to trace. And to Jewish people, 7 is a holy number, symbolising perfection or completion. But Jesus multiplies the number. The Greek for what he says is either 70 times 7 or 77 times. But it's not a mathematical challenge with a limit, more like the largest number you can think of. Jesus goes on to tell the story of a man who owes his king 10,000 talents. A talent is about 6,000 denarii, each of which is a day's wages for a labourer. So let's work this out, and you probably will need to check my maths. This man owes 60 million denarii, more than 164,000 years of work, if that's over 7 days a week. It is an outrageous amount, which can never be repaid. Yet this is the forgiveness which we have received, each one of us, for free. I guess the question here is, what do we do with the forgiveness which we have already received? How do we respond to it? As the story continues, the man goes out and finds a man who owes him 100 denarii, not a trivial amount. And I don't think that Jesus is wanting to trivialise the cost of forgiveness. For forgiveness sometimes takes time, needs work, and is often costly. The point of the story is the comparison with the debt owed to God, which has already been wiped out. What do we do with that compassion, unlimited, unconditional love that God lavishes on us? The answer, Jesus suggests, is not to be skimpy when handing that out to others. The story illustrates that forgiveness is all about the heart. There is no room here for measured out forgiveness, for forgiveness comes from a deep desire and intention to work, to break down barriers of resentment, to heal damaged or broken relationships, whether between individuals, communities, or nations. And so the God who creates, recreates, and we share in the dance of reciprocating love. We can love God and love others only because God has first loved us with uncountable, immeasurable love. And in that very same way, we can forgive others because God has forgiven us with uncountable, immeasurable forgiveness. Forgiveness calls attention to our humanness at its most human. It isn't passive, it's active. It's letting go of the longings of destruction and looking to the future. Forgiveness isn't weakness. It takes strength, courage and faith as Jesus showed on the cross. We can look to the lessons taught by Jesus and in the lives of others as we begin to take a step in the direction that forgiveness calls. One opportunity at a time, then 7, then 70 times 7. May we, little by little, move more into the ways of God's love and mercy. Amen.